Hey there. Hey, I want to start a conversation that I had recently, and I want to share this because I was talking to a nonprofit leader, and she's been doing this work for years. She's been serving her community, she shows up consistently, and she's changing lives. And she said something to me that I haven't been able to shake, and maybe I couldn't shake it because I know exactly how she feels, and I've been there, and it was kind of like deja vu. But she said, I feel like we're doing all this work and nobody sees us. And I want you to know something. She's not alone. I've worked with so many nonprofit leaders all across the country, and I keep hearing the same thing, and you've probably echoed the same thing too. We're struggling to get funding. People aren't responding. We're doing the work, but no one is paying attention. And let me tell you this clearly. These are not nonprofits that are failing. These are nonprofits that are invisible. And in today's world, visibility means unfunded. If you're invisible, you're probably going to be unfunded. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Vannessa Lindsey, and I started a nonprofit in 1987, and I've been building and helping others do the same. With our nonprofit, we've raised millions of dollars, we built a wonderful program, and we have sustained impact for decades. And I've helped many others do the same. So what I'm about to share with you, it's not theory, it's what actually worked or what actually I've done, I've tested, and I've seen others do the same. So now let's talk about, however, what's changed, because the landscape has changed. Because years ago when I first started my nonprofit, the way nonprofits got funding was pretty straightforward. You did good work, you build relationships, you stay consistent, and over time funding would come. You get your grants, you get your contracts, you get your donors, and people would hear about you, right? But something has shifted, and it didn't happen overnight. So a lot of people missed it, because they were just doing things as usual, and it just happened little by little by little. Here's what's changed. Funders, donors, and partners. They don't just rely on referrals and, hey, check out this organization anymore. They can research you. They Google you. They look at your website. They check out your social media. They're asking questions like, is this organization active? Are they making an impact? Do people trust them? Can I clearly see what they do? And then they're also asking, who's running this thing, right? And if the answer is unclear, they move on. So now we moved from what I call a do-good based funding world to a visibility based funding world. Now hear me clearly. Don't get me wrong. Doing good really still matters. It really matters. But that alone is no longer enough by itself. Let me paint a little picture for you. Vision this. You have two nonprofits. They have the same mission, the same community. One of them is visible. They share their stories, they share their work, they communicate clearly. Now the other one is doing just as much work. They are working hard, but nobody sees them. They're behind the scenes working. That was me, behind the scenes just working. You one of those people that you just behind it and you just steadily just hitting it. But let me ask you a question. Out of those two, who do you think is getting the funding? Not always the best one, the most visible one. Now I know what some of you are thinking. I didn't start a nonprofit to be on social media. I just want to help people. I'm not trying to be out here posting all the time. And trust me, I hear you. When I started my nonprofit, there was no social media. There was no internet. There was none of this. You were just in the community and you're doing the work. But like I said, things have changed. So I'm not saying that you have to be an influencer, but you need to be visible. Because right now, many nonprofits are stuck in what I call the impact track. You're doing incredible work, but you're not showing it. You're mastering the services, but not the signal. And today, the signals matter just as much as the service. But here's the good news. It's not complicated, but it does require a shift. It does require a little time. It does require a little consistency. So I want to give you a simple framework, the unseen funded framework. The framework starts with this. Number one, visibility comes first. Before funding, people have to see you. Not once, consistency, and clearly. Number two, we all know this, trust builds next, right? People don't fund what they don't trust. So they see you, then they start saying, oh, I'm seeing you more and more and more. I think I'm trusting there, right? And the trust is built through your stories, your consistency, and your transparency. And then after you've built that, number three, funding will follow. When people see you, when they trust you, when they find that you're not just here today and gone tomorrow, because let's be real, there's a lot of nonprofits that pop up because the work is hard. They're here today and they're gone tomorrow. They may get here and they may sound good, look good, get that money, and then they're gone, okay? But they have to build trust. So when they trust you and they see that you're here and you're consistent, they hear your stories, funding becomes the next natural step. But here's what most nonprofits get stuck. They skip straight to the funding. And we've seen them. You know, we've done that. I know I've done. It's like, okay, what am I supposed to do? It's like, get your 501c3 or there's a grant coming out. Go apply for it. Okay? So you don't want to just skip straight to the funding. And that's what we do. We skip straight to the funding. We apply for grants. We ask for donations without fixing visibility first. Now, let me give you something practical. I want you to think about something. If someone looked at your nonprofit today in 30 seconds, could they explain what you do, who you serve, and why it matters? And if the answer is no, this is the first place you want to fix. Don't go chasing no more grants. Don't go creating no more programs, because you know we can create some programs, right? I want you to step back and get clear and visible. And let me say this with love, with all the love that I have, because I've seen this over and over again. And I know it, and sometimes it just pisses me off, and it probably pisses you off too, right? There are nonprofits out there doing less work than you, but they're getting more funding than you. Not because they're better, but because they're seen. And I don't want that for you. Because your work matters too much. It matters so much. If you put your blood, sweat, and tears in this, and you know this is your purpose and your passion, and you're out here doing the work, it matters. Okay? Your work matters too much. Your community needs you too much. So here's what I want you to do right now. One simple thing. I want you to pop on, when you're done watching this video, okay, I want you to go look at your website or your social media or even your bio if you have a bio. And I want you to ask yourself, if someone new found us today, would they understand us? If not, that's where your breakthrough begins, okay? Now, you don't need to keep chasing grants. You need to make a decision that being invisible is no longer acceptable. But look, I need you to hear this, and you have to stop being the best kept secret, because I was there. I was the best kept secret, and I realized this is unacceptable. No one knows who we are. We're doing great work. We're getting the funding. But no one really knows who we are. We can be bigger. We can be better, you know? So if you want to take this deeper, I've created something just for you. It's a 5-day email course called Unseen Equals Unfunded. It's like how to increase your visibility and funding. It's going to be dripped out over to you in 5 days. I think it's a good introduction, and it's free. And if you want it, you can find the link in the description. And if you want to go deeper, I offer a masterclass, because you don't need to stay unseen. You don't need another year of struggling. You don't need to keep doing great work in silence. You just need to make a decision that being invisible is no longer acceptable. Your nonprofit deserves to be seen. Your mission deserves to be funded. And I would love to support you in making that happen. So go take the next action and stop being invisible to funders and donors. And I'll see you soon.